Thinkific has a plan that costs $149 a month, and a sales team whose entire job is to move you off it onto something more expensive. The problem is, most of the time, you don't need to move. There are exactly 4 reasons to upgrade from Grow to Plus. 4. And one of them is a myth that the sales conversation will push on you that you should ignore completely. I'll show you which one. So here's what this video does. I'll show you what Grow already gives you, including one feature people wrongly think is Plus only, what Plus actually adds, and the test that tells you in one sentence whether you're ready for that sales call. Most of you should stay on Grow. By the end, you'll know for certain which group you're in.
The trap with Thinkific isn't the price. It's the moment you realize the plan you're on can't do the one thing a client just asked for, and you find out mid-project. Grow is a serious plan. For $149 a month, billed annually, you get 3 communities, full branding removal, enhanced analytics, invoicing, API and webhook access, and phone support. And here's the part most comparison videos get wrong, and the myth I promised you at the start. Group orders. Bulk seat assignment, the thing corporate buyers need to enroll a whole team at once. That's on Grow. People think it's a Plus feature. It isn't. You do not need to upgrade for that. So if you've been told you need to upgrade just to sell to a company in bulk, that's not true. Grow handles it. The reason people outgrow Grow is narrower than the sales conversation makes it sound. It comes down to 4 things. Let's go through what Plus adds, then the 4 triggers. Plus is Thinkific's enterprise tier. It's not a published price, it's talk to sales. I'll come back to why that matters. First, what you're actually buying. 1. SCORM compliance. SCORM is the file standard that lets a course talk to a company's existing learning system and report completion data back. Here's what that looks like in practice. A corporate client tells you every employee's training has to show up inside their own internal LMS, the system their HR and compliance teams already run. Without SCORM, you can't deliver that. Grow can't do it, Start can't do it. It is Plus only, and it is not an add-on. If a client needs SCORM, this single line decides the whole thing. 2. Single sign-on. This lets employees log in with their existing company credentials instead of creating a new account. For a 5-person course, nobody cares. But picture a 500-person rollout at a bank. Their IT security team will not approve 500 staff making separate logins on an outside platform. SSO stops being a convenience and becomes a condition of the contract. Plus only. 3. A white label mobile app. Your branding in the app stores on select Plus plans. Not your logo on Thinkific's app. Your app. Think of an airline putting cabin crew training on their branded app that staff download like any internal tool. That's the expectation at that level. 4. The enterprise operations layer. Learning paths, advanced custom dashboards, CRM integrations into HubSpot or Salesforce, unlimited admins, and dedicated onboarding. This is the difference between selling a course and running a training operation that plugs into how a company already works. Notice what's not on this list. Nothing here is about selling more courses. It's all about fitting into a company's existing systems. Hold on to that. It's the whole decision. Let's talk about the thing everyone's suspicious of. Plus has no public price. I'm not going to invent a number because I don't have one, and neither does anyone else making these videos. Thinkific quotes Plus per deal. Anyone telling you Plus is X a month is guessing. Here's how I want you to read that, because the opacity is actually information. A published price means a product is sold the same way to everyone. A talk to sales price means it's scoped to your situation. So Plus is not a plan you graduate into because you're successful. It's a plan you move into because you have a specific technical requirement a salesperson needs to scope. And this is where that myth from the start matters again, because I feel ready for the next tier is not a requirement. Before you ever book that call, finish this sentence. I need Plus because my client requires blank. If the blank is SCORM, SSO, or a branded app, book it. If it's better analytics or more communities, You're describing Grow. You already have it. Here are the 4 triggers. If none of these is true for you, stay on Grow. Full stop. Trigger 1. A client requires SCORM. This is the cleanest one. SCORM is Plus only, and there's no workaround on Grow. The signal is simple. A corporate client says their internal system needs SCORM files, and the decision is made for you. You're not choosing Plus, the contract is. Trigger 2. A client requires single sign-on. Once you're selling to companies big enough to have an IT security policy, someone in that company will ask how logins are handled. The moment SSO appears on a procurement checklist, Grow is off the table. That's trigger 2. Trigger 3. You need your own branded mobile app. Not Thinkific's app with your logo, your own listing in the App Store. If your buyer expects their employees to download the company training app, you're in Plus territory, and nothing below it delivers that. Trigger 4. You're integrating into a CRM or running enough admins that Grow's limits genuinely constrain you. HubSpot, Salesforce, unlimited admin seats, dedicated onboarding. This is the "we've stopped being a course and become an operation" trigger. Notice all 4 are about fitting into someone else's system. None of them is about your course being good or your audience being big. You can do 7 figures on Grow and never need Plus. And you can be small, land 1 enterprise compliance client, and need Plus on day 1. Size doesn't decide this. Requirements do.
So here's the verdict, and I'll be straight because it's not the answer the sales page wants me to give. Most of you should stay on Grow. If you're selling courses, running communities, handling the occasional bulk corporate order, and no client is demanding SCORM, SSO, or a branded app, Grow is the right tool. Upgrading to feel more legitimate is just paying more for the same outcome. Move to Plus only when a specific requirement forces it. And when that day comes, Plus isn't an expense. It's the thing that lets you say yes to a contract you couldn't take otherwise. That's the platform paying for itself with one deal. That's the whole channel in one sentence. Pick the right tool, not the most expensive one. For most of you today, that's Grow. If you want to set Thinkific up the right way, the link in the description is my affiliate link. Costs you nothing extra and supports breakdowns like this. Got a SCORM or SSO question about your situation? Drop it in the comments. I read them. Next week, how to actually sell compliance training online. The full stack, end to end.